In this video, we will go over writing functions in factored form. Number 1. Find a polynomial f of x of degree 5 that has following zeros. So they did say degree 5. So let's see if they gave us 5 zeros. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros listed. But as you can see, -1 has multiplicity 2. So we really have 5, -1, -1, 4, and 0. We do have 5 zeros, so that we should be able to write 5 factors based on these. Remember, if 0 is c, then factor is x minus c. Okay? So if I have positive 5, if the first 0 is positive 5, then the first factor is x minus 5. Let's keep going. If the second 0 is -1, my factor is x minus -1. But as you can see, x minus -1 can be written as x plus 1, right? I was going to write the same one, but instead of writing x plus 1, we can go ahead and write this as x plus 1 squared. So that's good. All right, let's go to the next 0. The next 0 is 4. So the factored form will be x minus 4. And the last one is a little tricky. What about 0 of 0? Well, we're going to have to do x minus 0, but what is x minus 0? That's simply x, right? So if this happens, you do not have to write x minus 0. You can just write x. And if it's just x, you write it in front of all the other factors. So I'll write the x down first, and then I will just bring down the rest of them. And the last one of x minus 4. And we are done with this problem. We found a function in factored form, and they said leave your answer in factored form. So this is fine. This is perfect. Okay, let's keep going. The second one, they want us to write a quadratic function. Now I want you to make a note, because when they say quadratic function, we should know that we're talking about degree 2. And to write a function with degree 2, we need 2 zeros. Let's see if they give us 2 zeros. They gave us those zeros are -1 and positive 5. So that's great. We have all the zeros we need. Let's go ahead and write them. Oh, I wrote the wrong function name down. This guy is not called f of x. This guy is called h of x. I almost missed that part. If the 0 is -1, then the factor will be x plus 1. If the 0 is positive 5, then the 0 will be x minus 5. We have a quadratic function in factored form, so we are done with this problem. Let's look at the last example. It says write a quadratic function w. Again, because it's quadratic function, we know that the degree is 2. And so I go ahead and say w of x and say equal to. But we need 2 zeros, but we got a little bit of problem going on over here because they said only 0 is 3. So I get to go ahead and write the first 0 of x minus 3. But if I do that, this is not a quadratic. This is only a linear function. So what can I do to make it a quadratic? But I should not add any other zeros. So the only way to do that is to play with the multiplicity. So how about we say 3 has multiplicity 2, and by putting a square right there, right here, I made this w into a quadratic function whose only zero is x equals 3. So that is how you can do these types of problems, and they were simple because we did not have to factor them or multiply it out. We were allowed to just leave the answers in factor form. I will be back to go over polynomial long division and synthetic division in another video.